Good morning children, welcome back. Today we are going to study English Honeycomb chapter number 7, that is the invention of Vita Wonk. It is written by Roald Dahl. Let us see meaning of the lesson. Number 1, set to work means began to work. Number 2, recipe means instructions for making something. The third one, tracked down means found by searching for it. So this was the meaning. Now we will see the story. Okay, this chapter is about just only an imagination. Okay, it is not a reality. So in this chapter there are mainly two persons, that is Willy Wonk and Charlie. Willy Wonk is a scientist who invents different things in his invent room, and Charlie is his assistant who helps him. So let us start the story. So one day when scientist was in his invention room, he invented medicine, or he invented a juice or a drink that is named as Wonka White. And it was a drink, when any person drinks it, he becomes very young. Okay, he becomes very young, and nearly says that medicine was that much strong. When any person drinks it, his age becomes minus 87. He goes back to minus 87, means nearly that person disappears. So after this, he thinks that let me invent some another kind of juice. After having it, any person will become older. Previously he has described how to become younger. Okay, now he thinks any person to become old, or the older in the world. So in order to do that, he sits in his invention room along with the Charlie, his assistant, and then he asks some questions to Charlie. And question is, who is the, or what is the oldest thing in the whole world? Charlie replies, trees are the oldest. Then the scientist asks him, which tree? Charlie names Douglas fir, oak tree, cedar tree. But scientist says that no, these are not the trees which are the oldest. Okay, scientist answers, the oldest tree is bristlecone pine. The tree is 4,000 years old today, and that is tree is found out in Wheeler Peak, Nevada in USA. Okay, this was the very oldest tree regarding which Mr. Willy Wonka was talking with Charlie. So in order to make the medicine, or in order to make the juice, he wants all that ingredients. So for that, to collect that, scientist along with Charlie, he sits in his machine or his vehicle, which is called as great glass elevator. He sits inside that, and he goes throughout the whole world in order to search the different kinds of oldest things. So what he found? He found pint of sap of pine tree, that is 4,000 years, means liquid which comes out from the tree. He collects pint of that, means he collects very little amount of that, a sample of some juice from the tree which is 4,000 years, this tree, this bristlecone tree. And then further he collects an egg of a tortoise that is 200 years old. And further he collects tail of a horse which is 51 years old, and whiskers of a cat that is 36 years old cat. In this way he collects different samples of different animals and different things which are the oldest in those areas. And he collects little bit sample of that and brings back to his invention room. And after that he mixes all those collection and boils them for some time. After boiling them, he converts it into 1 cup of juice, and that is a black, dark colored, oily liquid. It is called as. So it was 1 cup. From that he takes only 4 drops of that and he gives those 4 drops to 120 years old boy. Okay, his name is Oompa Loompa, the boy. And after drinking the 4 drops of the liquid, what happens over here? The boy Oompa Loompa, he changes. Okay, his skin changes. His there becomes wrinkle on his face. Okay, then further his teeth breaks down, his hair falls down, and in this way gradually he becomes old. Here 20 years old boy becomes 75 years old man. In this way he changes after drinking those drink which was made by the scientist. And the drink which he made, he invents and he gives it a name called Vita, Wonk. In this way he invents the drink through which he make anyone into oldest person. So this was the story, and this is just only an imagination. It is not a reality. So students, that's all for today. Thank you.